So you've started sending items into Amazon FBA, but Amazon wants you to send the same item to 3 different warehouses. Super frustrating. If that's you, I've got a solution for you. My name is Justin. This is the Winds of Change channel. Thank you for stopping by. And today we're going to talk about how you can get your items to ship to a single warehouse when you're sending in boxes or pallets to Amazon FBA. Now, it's not a perfect program. There are some pros and some cons. All of us will talk about when we get started here. But the first thing you need to know is this can all be changed by a few simple clicks. You go to your settings, you go to your fulfillment by Amazon, go to inbound settings, and that'll take you here where you can select whether you want distributed inventory placement or inventory placement service. Inventory placement service is going to be what combines your shipments into a single warehouse shipment. As you can see, I currently have mine on distributed inventory placement, and that actually saves me a lot of money, and we'll talk about why at the end of the video. So combining your shipments is that easy. Just a couple clicks, you tell Amazon, hey, I want to combine them. Now, they'll do that for you on most things. There are some exceptions, and Amazon gives you a list of those exceptions. Things like media, apparel, shoes, hazmat items, all those aren't going to be able to be combined using the inventory placement service program. There are also fees associated with this, of course, right? They're having to do extra work, so they're charging you for it. Now, the extra fees, they don't sound horrible at first, because if you've ever done one of these shipments where you have to split, say you've got 15 items and you have to split 3 here and like 12 there, well, a lot of times you're just not going to send those 3 because the shipping's not really going to be worth it for you, right? It's not really going to be justified. Now, there's some things you can do with changing the quantity and that kind of stuff, but if you mess with that too much, it can get into some of the TOS items. So you want to try your best to send them where they're wanting you to send them. So inventory placement program is going to do that for you with fees. What are the fees? Well, you can find those on Amazon pretty easy. For anything under £1, it's 30 cents an item. For 1 to 2 pounds, it's 40 cents an item. For over 2 pounds and up to 5, it's going to be 40 cents an item plus 10 cents per extra pound over 2. And that's for standard size items. When you get into your oversized items, anything under 5 pounds is going to be $1.30. Anything over 5 pounds is going to be $1.30 plus 20 cents per extra pound over 5. Now, this actually cost me quite a bit in the last year. I'm running an inventory lab report that we're going to look at right now that's going to show you in the last 12 months how much I had to pay in inventory placement service fees. So $2,149 in the last year. And you can see that was mainly 30 cents at a time, right? So there's 1 item, 2 items, 2 items, 2 items, right? So 30 cents at a time, or 40 cents at a time, whatever the fees are, and that all adds up. Now that's not too horrible, especially if I was going to be paying more than that in shipping to multiple destinations. Hopefully you understand now how to get the inventory placement program in place, how to get everything to be shipped to one destination. And now I want to talk about a reason why you may not want to do that. In the end, everybody's going to have to make this decision for themselves. It depends on your business model. If it's going to be more costly to ship or if it's going to be more costly to pay the fees. I found personally that by removing the inventory placement fee program, a lot of my shipments were still being shipped to one destination. Well, I take that back. When I first started doing it, it was still splitting. And then I realized that Amazon came out with a new program that defaults everyone into multiple destination shipping. You should have gotten an email that looked like this. This was from Amazon, and it says, you've been selected to participate in FBA multiple destinations program. How lucky, right? Lucky you. That's the spin they put on it. They say, hey, there's this program, you're going to be defaulted into it. Basically, we're going to start splitting your SKUs and going to different locations so that you can have a quicker receiving time and that customers can get their items quicker. Quicker receiving time is sort of how they try to hook you in here, and that does sound good, right? Because if you do the inventory placement fee, a lot of times you'll be stuck in FC transfer, which is fulfillment center transfer, so they'll get your items, but then they're shipping them to another location, and that could take weeks sometimes. So that is one of the downfalls, but they're saying that this is going to correct that, and it is going to be the default setting. So now this would be overridden if you do the inventory placement fee. But I found that being in the distributed inventory placement, so the one where it doesn't funnel them all to one thing, most times still sends them to one destination after I opted out of this program. So before I opted out of the program, it was forcing me to send to multiple different locations. But once I opted out, I left it on dispersed placement plan, and it's still 9 times out of 10 funnels it to one warehouse. So I'm saving all those fees for placement from the previous plan I was in, which was the inventory placement plan. Now, if you want to opt out of this, I will copy and paste this email right down in the description so you can just copy and paste it and send it on out. I'll also leave a short prompt that I used that got me out of the program, just so you can copy and paste and make it real nice. Amazon did verify that this was a legitimate thing. You can call them if you want, call customer service and verify it as well if you're a little bit skeptical like I am, because I was like, why are they asking me for my merchant token? They should have that. But they did not. So all you have to do is just email them to that email address and say, hey, please opt me out of the multiple destination program, and here's my merchant token. And then they'll opt you out of it. And I found after opting out of that and still staying in the distributed inventory placement program, I'm still sending things mainly to one warehouse. So definitely worth a try. Try that out. If you're currently in the inventory placement program, definitely try and see if this works better for you. If you are not in the inventory placement program and you're having to ship things to multiple destinations, try opting out of this new multiple destination program through that email. I think it's going to save you a lot of money in the long run. I know it's going to me. The last 4 or 5 shipments that I've sent out, I have not had to pay any inventory placement fees, which is phenomenal. So that $2,000 that I spent this last year, I would like to not spend it. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully it gives you a better understanding of sort of the pros and cons, how to send it to one destination by getting in the inventory placement program with fees associated, and maybe you could stay in the distributed inventory program and opt out of the multiple destination program and still send things to one warehouse. So thank you for stopping by. If you need to find out how to get your merchant token, I did make a short video about that, and you'll be able to find that right at the top of your screen. It's only a couple minutes long, takes 30 seconds to get that information, and you can be on your way. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good one, and I'll catch you all later.